Hmm. Alrighty, we'll start a new game. We got the character creation screen. It's a point buy system. We got 21 points. I want to make a jack of all trades kind of character with a higher wisdom and intelligence because I think that gives you more dialogue options. So we'll start with those. 13 wisdom, 13 intelligence, 13 charisma, bring dexterity, strength, and constitution to normal human levels. Get these up to +2s. We got 3 character points left. 2 on constitution, and then 1 on strength. 6 up.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
Who are you? Oh, who am I? How about you start? Who are you? I don't know. I can't remember. You can't remember your name? Heh. Well, next time you spend the night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Name's Morty. I'm trapped in here too. Trapped? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's the chant. I tried all the doors and this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. We're locked in? Where? What is this place? It's called the mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. The mortuary? What? Am I dead? No, not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty though. Looks like some Berg painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place the laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars? How bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back, more deep pauses. Say, looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back? What do they say? Looks like you come with directions. Morty clears his throat. Let's see, it starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farod can fill you out on the rest of the chant, if he's not on the dead book already. Farod? Does it say anything else? Yeah, there's a bit more, Morty pauses. Let's see. It goes on. Don't lose the journal, or we'll be up sticks again. And whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal and find Farah. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. As for that journal, I'm supposed to have it with me. Was there one with me while I was lying here? No, you were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you got enough of a journal pen on your body. What about Pharaoh? Do you know him? Nobody I know, but then again, I don't know many people. Still, Sumberg's got to know where to find Pharaoh. Oh, and once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked, so we'll need a key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in the room has it. Walking corpses? Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless, and won't attack you unless you attack first. Is there some other way? I don't want to kill him just for a key, or should I attack one of these corpses and loot it for the key? Well, before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel on one of these shelves around here. Search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with. When you find one, go into the inventory screen, and arm yourself. If you wish to examine the item you find, right-click on them in the inventory. Alright, I'll look for one. One last thing, those corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, remember you can run, and they can. Use it to keep some distance from the cover. Shift key, blah blah blah. Alright, thanks for the advice.
Alright.
Let's find this scalpel first. Nope, just bandages. this one. There we go. Alright, you found the scalpel. Now go get those corpses. Don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Alright. Time to introduce these corpses to the second death then. Let's go. So pressing A toggles attack mode. We don't know which one has the key. The shambling corpse looks like it has been dead for several years. The skin along its forehead has peeled back, revealing its chalk white skull. Someone has chiseled the number 569 onto the exposed bone. Examine the corpse, see if it's carrying a key. This corpse doesn't appear to be carrying a key, and it doesn't look like it would be able to use one if it did. Its fingers are broken as if someone smashed them with a hammer. You do happen to notice that its left shoulder is heavily bandaged. The bandages might be usable if the corpse was disposed of first. Okay, this corpse has bandages on him, so we can just grab those bandages. I think we did that without equipping the scalp. There we go. Beautiful. Some bandages. The corpse head lolls back and forth on his shoulders. Judging from the angle of his neck, it looks like the man may have been hanged. The number 825 has been painted on the side of his head. Examine the corpse to see if it's carrying a key. This corpse is carrying nothing, but you happen to notice its hands are heavily bandaged. The bandages might be usable if the corpse was disposed of first. Alright, I guess we're taking care of this one too. Morty's helping too. More bandages. Bandages. Alright, let's look at this guy. This corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. The number 782 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Okay, let's examine this one. This corpse looks like the one with the key. It is holding it tightly in its left hand. Its thumb and forefinger locked around it in a death grip. It looks like you'll need to hack the corpse's hand off to free the key. I need that key, corpse. Looks like you're not long for this world. Yeah. Man, this thing is a strong boy. Come on, my guy. There we go. 65 experience. Preparation room key. Right click on it. The head of this bronze key has been twisted around itself several times so that it resembles a screw. If more is to be believed, it unlocks one of the doors in the preparation room. Alright. Done. So I think clicking here pauses the game. Spells, got none, items, I already seen, dialogue. That's just for speaking, I guess? Yes. Alright, let's speak to Marty one more time. Alright, you took care of the right corpse, looks like. Now you gotta find the key. It should have been in its body. Once we have it, we can get out of here. Alright, we already did that. Dialogue window. Past dialogues. Lock view on character. Toggle AI. Best option for scoping statistics. Combat log quickly. Very nice. Oh, we can grab that? Okay. Let's talk to Monty again. Alright, that's the key. It must fit the lock of one of these doors. I'll try all the doors. The system of rails is running through the hole. There's like the slabs in the room can round on these rails. Click that by accident. I think this one is the one we want on this. Lost item. Let's zoom out a little bit. Some advice, Chief. I'll keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the famous. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. I don't think you mentioned it before. Who are these caretakers? They call themselves Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're an adult bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die. Sooner than better. Sooner better than later. I'm confused. Why do these Dustmen care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die. Sooner better than later. You think the corpses you've seen here are happier in the dead book than out of it? The corpses I've seen here, where did they all come from? Death visits planes every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor souls who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Enlighten me. Who are these caretakers? Oh, it's the same one. Before you said something about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses. Why? Why? Are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead chits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bashes like us. Mean to be chivalrous. No hiking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. Last chance? What are you talking about? Chief, they're dead. We're dead. See where I'm going? You can't be serious. Chief, you already got an opening line with these limping ladies. We're all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about. They'll appreciate men with our kind of death experience. Wait, didn't you say that I'm not dead? Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Morty starts clacking his teeth, as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have had to part with them first, and that's not likely. Alright, I'll try to remember. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little addled after your kiss with death, so I got 2 bits of advice for you. One, if you got questions, ask me, right? Alright? If I have any questions, I'll ask you. Second, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. If I had that journal I was supposed to have with me, I'd do that. Start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Alright, it couldn't hurt. I'll make a new one then. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Journal instructions. Alright, I got it.
Updated my journal.
Alright, let's get out of this place. So, I played this game a couple of times in the past. Never got too far. I just didn't have the attention span for it. So I'm using this as an excuse to actually finish this game. So I'm going to be playing it like a kid that's playing this for the first time in their lives. I'm not going to min-max, I'm not going to power play, I'm just going to go along with the story, enjoy what happens. So there's this homeboy here, coughed. This book is huge, it must contain thousands of pages. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak with the scribe. He might know something about how I got here. Look, rallying your bone box with Dusty should be the last thing. Before Morty can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick Dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we give this place to laugh, the better. Before Morty can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill. But I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? Know you? There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one. No more than you have known yourself. He is silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always, the question, and the wrong question as always. He bows silently, slightly. But the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I'm Dahl. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, Dahl.
Updated my journal.
Very well. What do you wish to know? What is this place? You're in the mortuary, Restless One. Again, you have come. Before he can finish, Dahl breaks into a fit of coughing. After a moment, he calms himself, and his breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. This is the waiting room for those about to depart the shadow of life. Okay, I just received a text. 1 second. Okay. Tell me about the mortuary. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. It's our responsibility as dustmen to take care of the dead. Those who have left this shadow of life and walked the path of true death. Dahl's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted a heavy toll if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. Shadow of life? Yes, a shadow, you see. Restless One. This life. It is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows, flickering of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die, and here we remain, trapped, caged, until we can achieve true death. True death? True death is non-existence, a state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. Dahl coughs, then gives a ragged breath, a state of purity. Sounds like oblivion. Why would anyone want that? Is it worse than remaining in the shadow of what life once was? I think not. I see. I had some other questions. How did I get here? Dahl snorts in contempt, as if he finds the memory repugnant. Your moldy chariot ferried you to the mortuary, Restless One. You would think you were royalty based on your number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon your cart that carried you. I arrived here on a cart.
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain corpses. Dahl breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath minutes later. Your seneschal, Farod, was as always pleased to accept a few moldy coppers to dump the lot of you at the mortuary gate. Doesn't sound like you like Farod much. There are some I respect, Restless One. Dahl takes a ragged breath and steadies himself. Farod is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honor and takes liberties with possessions of the dead. He's a knight of the post, cross-trading filth of the lowest sort. Knight of the post? A knight of the post, Dahl coughs. A thief. All Farod brings to our walls comes stripped of little less of their dignity than they possessed in life. Farod takes whatever he may pry from their stiffening fingers. Did this Farod take anything from me? Dahl pauses, considering. Most likely. Are you missing anything? Especially anything of value? His voice dips as he frowns. Not that Farod would take exception to anything that wasn't physically grafted to your body. And sometimes even that's not enough to give his greedy mind pause. I'm missing a journal. A journal? If it was of any value, then it's likely it lies in Farod's hands. Where can I find this Farod? If events persist as they have, Restless One, you have much greater chance of Farod finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever ooze puddle he wallows in it this time. Nevertheless, I must find him. A slight warning creeps into Dahl's tone. Do not seek out Farod, Restless One. I'm certain that it will simply come full circle again. And with none the wiser and Farod a few coppers richer. Accept death, Restless One. Do not perpetuate your circle of misery. I have to find him. Do you know where he
Updated my
is?
journal.
Dahl is silent for a moment. He finally speaks. He seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know which gutter stone Farod lairs at the moment, but I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates in the hive. Perhaps someone there will know where you can find him. Thank you. I had some other questions. Can you tell me how to get out of here? The front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than Dustman pass. Dahl breaks into a ragged cough, then continues. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. I see. I had some other questions. What do you do here? I'm a scribe, a cataloger of all shells that come to the mortuary. Dahl coughs again, then takes a deep breath. As long as a stream of corpses flows through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. You say that I have been here more than once. How is it that the Dustmen do not recognize me?
Updated my journal.
I'm the one that catalogs the shells that come to our halls, Restless One. Dahl breaks into a fit of coughing, then steadied himself. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe in me. Some other questions. You sound ill. Are you not well? I am close to the true death, Restless One. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find peace I have been seeking. I am tired of this mortal sphere. Dahl gives a ragged sigh. The plains hold no more wanderers for one such as I. Are you certain? There might be a way I could help you. I do not wish to live forever, nor live again, Restless One. I could not bear it. So be it. Farewell, Dahl. As you turn to leave, Dahl speaks. Know this, I do not envy you, Restless One. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return from here. Dahl coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things flesh and bone. Then perhaps we will meet again, Dahl. Cool. Alrighty. So we spoke with Dahl. Let's check the name. Receiving room, stairs up and down. I think is there journal? I updated my journal. Here you go. Find Farron. From what ordering, find your missing journal. Here we go. Okay. Let's talk about stuff. In the hive. Alright, I guess we're making our way to the hive to find this Farron gentleman. Get our journal back. If I press shift, he runs. There you go, that'll make stuff go faster. Okay, here's a unique character. That's not a zombie worker. Iveen. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of him, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. I said greetings. The woman makes no response. I think the dusty chit might be short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her?
Updated my journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins. Usually cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Make sure some of them addled in the head and addled in the too. Tap the woman together. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotten yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation as she flings at you. Greetings. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever's wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You! She clacks her talon fingers together. That makes a strange no motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Iveen. Go, go, go! Oh, making these voices making me cough. Quest. So we gotta find some thread and some embalming fluid for her. I have some questions.
Updated my journal.
She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you. I think the dusty chit might be a short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? Leave. Okay. So let's see if we have some thread and embalming fluid in this room. Nothing here. What are these? These barrels contain a murky liquid. It smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. Here. There you go, a bunch of shelves. Nothing. Bandage. Nothing. 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 See anything in here that I can search? Let's check here.
What's up? Sure, why not?
I'm gone.
Nothing. Nothing.
Done.
Copper commons and fist irons. 2-4 crushing damage. 1-3 piercing damage. Okay, fist irons are better than scalp. Receiving room logbook. Wait, this huge logbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight, crabbed script. All shells entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room, all with scribe on duty before being involved in cremating. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one to contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms, contact the scribe on duty, and notify him that a contracted shell is to be raised. Be certain that a shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search and strip a shell. The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or items stolen by collectors who have brought the shells to the mortuary. The shell's possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the log. Following this list is the thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, you notice that the last page has been cut out. Oh, so we're missing a page. Okay. Well, we'll just put it back. Nothing in here either. What's in here? Terra, give me some thread and embalming fluid, my guy. What about these bad boys? Nothing. Nothing. Still have 2 things to check here before I can move on. Nothing. And nothing.
Yeah?
All right.
Okay. I guess we can proceed. Check Twitch. There you go, that's better. Okay. increase the scroll speed if I can. Tab highlights things. Nothing in this room to find. The embalming fluid, there we go. Locked. Got stairs there. This door is locked too. Did I check this one? Nothing in there either. Alright, let's find the thread. This goes up, this goes down. Let's go.
Done.
Here. Here. Here's the dustman. The dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I asked some questions. If you're not lost, what is your business here? I was here for an internment, but there seems to have been a mistake. Who is being interned? Perhaps the services are taking place somewhere else in the country. You misunderstand. Mistaken internment was me. Do you speak in jest? Perhaps you would like to share it with the guards. The dustman takes a step back. It looks like he's about to summon the guards. But summon them, I like to meet them. Oh, what the
Damn.
hell? Everybody attacking me.
Damn.
Did you see that?
Well, play around and find out, my guy. Well, 1/6 crushing, I think that's better than what I had. I'll take the dustman robes too. Is he gonna attack me? No?
Die.
Did you see that?
Needle. There we go. Let's go back to IB.
All right.
Wow, Dustman had no chill. Oh god.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
More work. He's doing more fucking work than I do. You see Ivy, she is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons remind you of something, but you can't recall what. Watch her study the motion of her
Updated
hands.
my journal.
As you study the motion of Ivine's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring, until you're standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you've just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Keep these things safe and wait for my return. So corpse name 42. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise the corpse does too. After a moment its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades until you're watching Ivine's hands make their stitching motions once more. You have regained a memory. Memories can give you additional experience points, skills, and even lead you to gaining something else of value later. Tap her, get her attention. She turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her talons fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here, to Ivine. Go, go, go. Give her the thread and
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, Ivine snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. Within minutes, she's finished. She clicks her talons and then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons across your arms and chest. Keep playing zombie. Looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or keep playing zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Who write on you? Ivers do that? No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one, bad shape. Any scars? No preserves. Wait. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought with her, and then lightning-like she jabs another talon into your skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she is about to start stitching you up. Let her work.
Updated my journal.
Wow, maximum HP +1. The sensation of curiously is painless as Ivine begins to stitch you up your scars. When she's done, she sniffs you, frowns, then stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. Let her work. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Ivine puts the last touches on your body, gives another sniff, nods, then makes a shooing motion with her talons. Done. Go, go, go. Alright, so I guess we're looking for a corpse 42. Since all these guys are hostile. Cheers. I like the attention to detail that this game has. The backgrounds, the character models, dialogue. Very neat. Ah, hold on. Is it him? The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The numbers 821 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. As you address the zombie, it blinks in surprise. What? So, seen anything interesting? Why are you disguised as a corpse?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind his stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half-frightened, half-angry expression. Who? What you want? Who are you? The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a few moments, then frowns. What you do here? His eyes narrow suspiciously. You spy on Dusties? I'm not a spy. I got sealed in here by accident. Can you help me out? He's silent for a moment, then nods slightly as if in understanding. Why should I help you? Maybe we could help each other out. What do you want in return? Need to get a key from me. One iron key, the embalmer's room. Alright. Where's the key? A dusty chit has it. He points at his eyes. She has yellow eyes. He then makes a motion with her hands and reminds you of a pair of cutting shears. Blades on fingers. The dustman woman with yellow eyes and blades on her fingers? I already met her in the embalming room. Hold on. I'll be back with the key shortly.
Updated my journal.
The zombie squints at you. If you're caught, don't say nothing about me. Me get you in your sleep. I'll get your damn key, but you had best watch your threats, you hear me? Alright. Let's go back to Ivy. Hello, Ivy. You see Ivy. She's still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. Blah, blah, blah. She turns and sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. Go, go, go. Wait a minute. You make the motion of a key turning with your hand. I need an embalming key. Do you have one? She leans forward, looks at your hand motions, then sniffs. Her hand darts into her robe, then emerges, a key hanging from her wickedly sharp index finger. She flicks it into your hand. Bring back when you're done. Go, go.
Updated my journal.
Alrighty, let's go back. You see the false zombie. You're amazed at the man's disguise. His breathing is so subdued you can barely see it. Greetings. The zombie quickly glances around to see if anyone is watching, then turns to face you. What? He's the embalming room key. The zombie's eyes widen. He snatches the key from your hand and he turns it over, nodding all the while. Good, good. Now,
Updated my journal.
The zombie grunts. He can escape through portals. He waves his hands. Portals? What portals? Portals. The zombie waves around the area. Portals everywhere. Can you show me one of these portals? The zombie nods. You want out? You go to arch on first floor, northwest room. You need finger bone shape of crook. He holds up his index finger and bends it into a crook. When you have the key, go to arch. Jump to secret crypt and then escape from there. Secret escape route. He nods eagerly. You can rest there. Crooked fingerboard. When am I gonna find one?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. Must be one around somewhere. Look in storage rooms on upper floor. Maybe there. Alright, I have some other questions. Do you know someone named Farron? Faroud? The zombie frowns briefly in thought. Me here, he live in Hive somewhere. He shakes his head. Not know where. He frowns again. Dusty's very mad. They not like Faro. Because he'd be stealing corpses. Like the belongings of the corpses.
Updated my journal.
Like that. He's a collector. Brings debtors to mortuary. Sells them to dustmen. Brings a lot of debtors. Dusty's not know where he gets debtors. Think he's putting perks in dead book. Oh, he's killing people. Oh, what? He's saying this, Morty. He's saying this Farrowberg has been selling a lot of debtors' corpses to the dustmen. That's why the collectors do it. They gather dead bodies and sell them to dustmen. Sounds like this Pharaoh's been selling so many debtors that the Dusties think he's been putting hivers in the dead book before they are hours up. You know? Killing people. What do you want to know? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen it? Sunberg Pill you? Or what? He wants to know if somebody robbed you. Probably what happened. Okay. Can you tell me anything about doll? Scribe. Shrugs. Old. Yellow. How'd you get to look like that? Me good at the disguise. I also got scars. Me wore lots of embalming fluid. Me made good zombie. The zombie goes through stitched lips and taps his head. Dusty's stupid. Yeah, they're the stupid ones, alright. The sarcasm is evidently lost on the zombie, who nods eagerly. Stupid Dusties. Me made good zombie. That disguise is pretty good. Can you disguise me as a zombie? He looks up to you and down for a few minutes, mumbling to himself, then nods. Me need a jar of embalming fluid, points at the scars on your chest, and some needle and thread. Alright. Let's see if I can find it. Greetings. More questions. How'd you get to look like that? Doesn't that hurt? He looks at your scars. I ask you same question. Me, it not hurt much. Claps his chest. Me tough. Alright. No questions. Let's go up again.
All right.
Here. Here. Jump. You don't need to jump. Looking for a crooked finger ball.
Did you see that?
Here, nothing. Pry bar. Very nice. Wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. A note written on a scrap of dry parchment. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising contractual worker 42. I know he's examined the skeleton before, but I'm certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it has completed a task, it resumes pacing in the same circular pattern as it did before. Dahl recently informed me that worker 42 exhibited the same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow, or the skeleton's age might have caused the magic animating him to decay. One of the initiates suggests it might be following an order issued by a high-ranking dustman in the past, but I have found no records of such an order. Whatever the reason for this behavior, the matter is to be resolved or the worker replaced. Okay, so I guess 42 is around on this floor. Container is locked. Let's force it.
Forced it.
Opened.
What's in here? What's a cloud chunk? It's like a resistance buff. I'm gonna save the game. And that should be a good place to stop the stream for now.